We certainly had a frost. It's October, I think, 14th today, Sunday, and it's supposed to get down below freezing tomorrow. So these cannot stay out here, or if they do, I risk losing them, because one frost, one freeze, especially one freeze, will kill these things right off. And so now what I need to do is I need to move them into the grow room, and I got to clean that out before I can do that. This is the inside of my grow room. I've got the microgreens rack right here. It's full of stuff that's going to grow for... I'm not sure if I'm going to grow microgreens, but right now it's got other stuff that I use during the summer. And so we'll see if we grow microgreens, but I use that corner typically over here to grow my lettuce. And I'm thinking about doing that for sure. And then I've got my LED lighting all across here. And you can see, of course, the poly, which is covered by plastic for insulation, will be the primary light source, but supplemental will be the LEDs there. My primary issue during winter grows is fungus gnats, so I've got to get some yellow stickies up to keep those populations down, because they always seem to appear for some reason, somehow, during the winter grows. So I need to start getting them in here. I'm going to keep the cages on them, and if they get too tall for the cages, if I decide, I've got tomato twine going up here and attached to that piece of PVC. And a lot of times when I grow in winter, I don't even use cages, I just use the twine. But I don't want to risk damaging the tomato plants. I'm taking the cages off and using the twine only. This is the Pollock tomato, and the Pollock tomato is basically Bonnie's Best, I believe. A guy in Canada saved it year after year after year, selecting for earliness and other things like that. But what I'm recording this for is because I don't see any leaf spot on this plant at all, which is very unusual. All my plants have leaf spot on them, almost all of them, and I've had to remove a lot of the branches because of it. And I'm going to spray them too before I bring them into the greenhouse there, or the grow room. But this one, Pollock, aka Bonnie's Best, is not it doesn't have the best looking fruit, and they're kind of small. But yeah, no leaf spot, so I'm kind of curious to see what it tastes like, and I like the way it's looking so far. This is Juliet, and she's a machine. One of the better hybrids I've ever grown. It's kind of got thick skin, but not terrible mouthfeel, and it's fairly sweet too. It's just a really good tomato machine. For a hybrid, I really like it. So there you go, that's what Juliet looks like now. Lots of fruit. This is Abe Lincoln. I really like this plant. It's got big, nice, uniform, pretty tomatoes. I know it's going to taste good. Most people say it does. And this is the I think 1884. Or anyway, it's the early version that everybody wants, not the later version. And I'm really looking forward to trying this tomato and seeing how it does. The HN 589 is a greenhouse type hybrid, and more for commercial. That's sort of been relegated down to home growers because they got more improved varieties evidently. But it's pretty consistent, and the amount of fruit it produces, and it seems to be producing it very well, and it seems to have pretty good disease resistance too. So it's definitely worth keeping and seeing what happens with it. This is Big Beef, very popular hybrid, and I do like it as a hybrid. Air conditioner. Can't believe it's cutting on with as cool as it's been. Anyway, yeah, it's got real good fruit set and tasty fruit, and it's just a dependable hybrid and very popular. Black Krim is a must to bring in the winter grow room. Got to see, it's very popular fruit. So that's what it's looked like. I've got two good ones there. I need to bring this in so it doesn't poke the fruit. And I got some up here. It looks like some are starting on this one too. So looking forward to Black Krim. Chef's Choice Black. I think I like this pretty good. There's a double tomato down there. But other than that, the fruit looked good. It's a healthy, decent looking plant. And I really like the way it grows. Now, I'm looking forward to tasting it. I grew Chef's Choice Red and didn't like it. So hopefully this one will be better than Chef's Choice Red. This is Curtis Cheek, my only heart tomato. And it's supposed to be an amazing variety. I've got some fruit here. I accidentally snapped it when I was trying to wrap it around just a minute ago. But we've got one that's starting here and one here that one of those two will take off and replace it as leader. Curtis Cheek is going in the grow room. This is Dester, and it's not terribly productive and a little bit odd, but it's a very popular tomato, and I've got some fruit growing on there. I cut back some of the trusses a little bit because it had a lot of flowers on them. Gotta bring gold medal in. Big fruits, nicely shaped fruits for a beef steak tomato. Good foliage and just a well-growing plant. So look forward to gold medal. Green Giant going in. Very popular green tomato. Looks like it's growing very well for me. Good bit of fruit. KBX. Got the fruit there growing. Nothing else on the further up on the trusses that I see yet. Lemon Boy. Again, a bunch of the leaves removed. Getting ready to put it in the grow room. I'm going to give it a spray before I do that. Lemon Boy is setting like crazy. And it's a very robust plant. I don't see much leaf spot on it. This is Mountain Magic. It's a ping pong ball size cocktail tomato. It's a hybrid, and I like the fact that it's got resistances to late blight and early blight. One of the blights, if not both of the blights anyway. It's a good looking plant. I had two of these. I chose this one of two. It's growing slightly better than the other one, so yep, that one's going to make it in. This is Neves Azorean Red. It's supposed to be a really thick central stem tomato that doesn't grow very fast, and it's not behaving like that at all. It's kind of wimpy actually, but it's so popular I'm going to bring it in, and we got some nice looking fruit starting to develop, but not many. Plan 9. This is Purple Dog Creek, and if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago if I would keep this one, I would have said no. But since that time, and a little before maybe, the fruits have started growing down here when they weren't growing, and the shape of the fruit's really nice. Now, I've grown this before, and it's definitely not a purple tomato. It's either a pink, maybe a red, but I think it's a pink. But yeah, the plant structure, the leaf structure and all of that's really nice, so it's going to make it into the grow room. This is Stump of the World, and it is supposedly a relative, a sibling, related to in some kind of way to Brandywine. I think from the same breeder that created Brandywine. But I like it. It's not an aggressive, it doesn't grow aggressively tall. But it has some nice shaped fruit on it, so hopefully it's a pink like Brandywine, and looking forward to tasting this one. Stump of the World. This is Sunpeach, and I've removed, as I'm putting it in the grow room right there, I'm removing all the leaves that had some sort of spot on it, and I'm going to spray it one last time before I move it in there. I just don't want any disease to develop while it's in the grow room. But that's what the plant looks like today. Got zebra Rita. I believe this is a sibling to green zebra, which is really popular. But basically it's a striped green fruit, and supposedly a little bigger than green zebra. It probably doesn't taste as good because otherwise people would grow this instead of green zebra. But anyway, we'll give it a go, and we'll bring this one inside too. It's my avocado, and these are the plants are brought in. $21 total of the 25, and filled up the room. We certainly had a frost. This time yesterday I was moving the plants indoors, the grow room, and this is the damage today. It's pretty significant, and I don't think these are going to make it, and they certainly won't after tonight's hard freeze. So, yep, had to be done.